Howdy folks, Chuck Schiele here with Making Music Magazine. We're here today for another artist spotlight. Today we're here with blues harmonica player and vocalist Mike Petroff from Syracuse, New York. Mike, how the heck is it going?
Thank you. Excellent.
Good.
Beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. I know now we're inside and we're talking about musical instruments and stuff. So you're stuck with me
My
for
favorite
a while.
thing. Not stuck at all.
So since we've all been through this little COVID dance and stuff, have you had a chance to play much? Or, I mean, it seems like with that kind of instrument, you can toss on some records and show up to the gig pretty easily.
Yeah, actually, we've been playing, once a week. I got a new thing going. So yeah, we've been playing. We've been getting tested and stuff, all of that. Everyone's pretty cool about it.
How did you get started playing, harmonica and stuff like that anyway? How do you, I saw in your bio, you got started when you're about 14. That's a young age for a young man to develop an interest in.
Well, at that time, my brother Al actually was in a band called Insight. And the cats that were in that band were fantastic. They could play any kind of music. I used to sit down in the basement and watch them. They practiced at my mom's house, our house, every night. They practiced more than they actually played. And he, instead of my brother Al, actually was the first one to start with bands. Me and Phil didn't do it till later on. We were more athletic types. But my dad actually would take Al to organ lessons every Tuesday. And instead of buying a car, Al took a loan out and bought a Hammond B3 organ. We were like,
God bless him and everything he stands for.
Yeah. I was like, what's that all about? But then it came around and they were, playing around. They practiced a lot. And Phil, actually, my brother Phil, met and dated Donna Tarbell. And Donna's older sister married Kyle Shirley, and he was a blues buff and turned Phil on to the blues. And that's how I got into the blues, through Phil and through Kyle. And they turned us on to the Nighthawks. And when I saw Mark Winter at the Lost Horizon, I wanted.
So would you consider, like along with, your brother's heavy influence of, sounds like you kind of get you involved and throw you under the bus all at the same time, which is what music is. Were you listening to other things, other blues greats from Chicago or whatever, or anything like that?
Well, what happened with that is my sister Joanne, see, I'm the youngest of four, and she had we would listen to Celia, You're Breaking My Heart. All kinds
of the greatest harp songs of all time.
Well, she had Grand Funk Railroad, all different kinds of stuff. So I took it as more of a minstrel type attitude, but with blues as the foundation, you could kind of go anywhere with it.
I see. So you were thrown into a situation where you could basically locate where the band was going to be key-wise, and you can jump in, and you felt like you had an instinct for melody and where to fill in and things like that?
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, my brother Al, he had this one guy in Pop Bud whose ear was musically trained. He could tell when you were off key and stuff. He's like, yeah, you're hitting the C sharp. You should be hitting the C. I'm like, okay. So he was really, so I had a real good tutelage, so to speak. To be exact, try to hit those notes, So
great. Well, how long? So you've been playing since you were 14?
Yeah. Wow. So I'm 56 now. That's why a lot of the stuff I learned and forgot. So it's kind of weird how I don't really think about a lot of stuff.
Right.
So
you've played in a variety of rock bands and blues bands or blues rock swamp.
Yeah. Right? Well, what happened with that was with the blues, you could do a duo piano, harmonica duo and stuff. And Al's band had a gig at the Mad Hatter in Jamesville. And sure enough, Bob said, listen, man, if you want, grab your harps and we'll do a set in between the set. And I said, okay. So we did that, and it was about 7 or 8 tunes, Junior Wells and Bo Diddley, a bunch of cool tunes. And Phil was in the audience. He was already in a band, and they were having troubles getting going. And Jesus, he saw, Mike, you can actually do it, man. That was pretty good. So we ended up starting a band. That's how Lake Effect got going. And so, yeah.
Cool. So with respect to today's harmonica and harp players, who out there is ringing your bell or has your attention, or who should people watch for?
That's a good question. There's a couple of them. Jason Ritchie is one that I've been listening to on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. He's a real hot cat. He's kind of younger. He's not young, but he's younger. You know what I mean? Because there's cats like Tim Wilson and stuff like that, but they're, up in age, not up in age, but you know what I mean? They've been around a while. The new cat, well, there's, I'm not really sure these new cats. This dude, Jason Ritchie, is the one that's hot and upcoming.
Cool. All right. So, you stick to primarily blues. Do you do jazz and stuff like that too? Or do people sometimes show you compositions that are off the blues formula?
Yeah, getting back to that minstrel thing of it and the different styles. I was with Hondo Mesa, and we would do David Bowie stuff, where it's got like Heroes. It's got that chord thing in it that I was doing. Turned out to be pretty cool. But yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, so you got a second? Can you play us a little blues here?
Sure.
Why don't you play something here, since we're all sitting here supposed to be working?
All right. Well, my chord is not working with me.
You heard it right there, folks. Mike Petroff in 3D. That's
Thank you
right.
for having me.
All right. Well, thanks very much for being with us, Mike. I enjoyed this a lot, and I'm glad you took time out of your day to be with us.
Thank you for
Folks,
having
if you're having a good time, make sure you look up Mike and find him around. He's out there boozing away in the shadows somewhere where he belongs. In the meantime, here you can easily find us here at makingmusicmag.com. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, sign up for our email, hit all our social medias. We're everywhere all the time, all day, all night, all the time. Make sure you keep practicing. Make sure you keep playing music. Spread the love. Have a great day. Peace.